There is an animal alive right now that may never die. Not metaphorically. Not in the way we say a species lives on through its offspring or a legacy endures through time. I mean biologically. Physically. An animal that, when faced with death, simply reverses. It goes back. Back through its own life cycle. Back to the very beginning. And starts again. When I first came across this, I did what most people do. I assumed it was an exaggeration. A misunderstood study, a clickbait headline stretched beyond what the science actually said. So I went deeper. And the deeper I went, the harder it became to explain away. Because the science is real. And what it implies goes far beyond one small, almost invisible creature ding quietly in the ocean. It reaches into the heart of what aging actually is. Why we die. And whether death, for complex animals, was ever truly inevitable at all. The animal is called Turritopsis dohrnii, a jellyfish, barely 4.5 millimeters wide. Smaller than a fingernail, translucent, nearly invisible, drifting through warm Mediterranean and tropical waters without apparent purpose or destination. It looks like nothing. It looks like a mistake of anatomy, a tiny bell with trailing threads, easy to miss, easier to forget. But inside that fragile, almost laughable body is a biological process that has no equivalent anywhere else in the animal kingdom. When Turritopsis dohrnii is injured, starving, or simply old, it does not die. Instead, it contracts. Its body begins to fold inward, reabsorbing its own tissues. Its bell collapses. Its tentacles retract. Within days, it has transformed back into a cyst, a blob of undifferentiated cells clinging to the seafloor. And then it grows again. From the very beginning, a polyp, then a juvenile medusa, then a fully mature adult jellyfish, genetically identical to what it was before. The entire process is called transdifferentiation, and it is, by any biological measure, extraordinary. Normally, cells are locked into their identity. A muscle cell becomes a muscle cell and stays that way. A nerve cell doesn't wake up one day and decide to become skin. That's not how development works, except apparently in Turritopsis dohrnii, where it does exactly that. To understand why this matters, you have to understand what aging actually is. Most of us grow up thinking of aging as something that just happens. Time passes, bodies wear down, and eventually they stop. It feels natural, inevitable, almost poetic. But biologically, aging is not inevitable. It is a program. Or more accurately, it is the accumulated cost of a program that prioritizes something else. Here is what I mean. Every time a cell divides, it copies its DNA, and every copy introduces small errors. Over decades, those errors accumulate. Proteins misfold. Cellular machinery breaks down. The signals that tell cells when to grow, when to stop, when to die, those signals become corrupted. There is also the matter of telomeres. Caps on the ends of chromosomes that shorten with every division, like the plastic tip of a shoelace, slowly fraying away. When telomeres get short enough, cells stop dividing. Tissues stop renewing. The organism begins to fail. This is aging, not poetry, not philosophy. A cascade of molecular damage that builds quietly, invisibly, until the system can no longer hold. And almost every complex animal on Earth is subject to it. Almost. Turritopsis dohrnii does not play by these rules. When it reverts, it does not simply pause its aging. It resets it. Its cells dedifferentiate, stripping away their specialized identities, and redifferentiate into entirely new cell types. The telomeres, the molecular clock, the accumulated damage, all of it appears to be wound back. How? That question is still being answered. Researchers at the University of Oviedo published a landmark study in 2022 mapping the genome of Turritopsis dohrnii in unprecedented detail. What they found was unexpected, even to scientists who had spent years studying this animal. The jellyfish carries an unusually high number of genes associated with DNA repair, far more than other jellyfish species. It also shows altered expression of genes related to cell cycle regulation and stem cell maintenance, the same systems that, in other animals, govern how tissues renew themselves. In other words, Turritopsis dohrnii may have evolved a highly efficient system for catching and correcting the very molecular errors that cause aging in the first place, not stopping damage from occurring, but reversing it before it accumulates beyond recovery. It is a biological reset button, and it appears to work indefinitely. Now, here is where the question becomes uncomfortable. If one animal evolved the ability to reverse aging, why didn't others? The answer, most biologists believe, comes down to evolutionary pressure, or rather, the absence of it. Natural selection does not directly select for long life, it selects for reproduction. An organism that reproduces successfully and then dies has done its evolutionary job. The genes pass forward, the individual is expendable. This is why almost everything ages and dies. Not because death is necessary for life to function, but because there was never strong enough pressure to evolve around it. Predators, disease, starvation. These things kill animals long before age becomes the limiting factor. So why spend the biological resources on defeating aging when something else will kill you first? Turritopsis dohrnii lives in an environment where predation and starvation are real threats, like everything else. But something in its evolutionary history produced this reversion mechanism anyway. Perhaps as a response to environmental stress. Perhaps as a reproductive backup when conditions were too harsh to reproduce normally. Whatever the origin, the result is an animal that has, accidentally or otherwise, solved the problem that kills everything else. And it is not alone. Not entirely. The hydra, a tiny freshwater creature related to jellyfish, does not appear to age at all under laboratory conditions. Its mortality rate does not increase with time. Its cells continuously renew. Scientists have kept hydra alive for years without observing any increase in death rate. Biologically, they may be indefinitely long-lived. The naked mole rat, a wrinkled, nearly blind rodent that lives underground in East Africa, defies aging in a different way. It lives for over 30 years, almost 10 times longer than a mouse of similar size. It shows almost no increase in cancer rates throughout its life. Its cells are extraordinarily resistant to stress. And researchers have found that its mortality risk does not increase with age, a phenomenon so unusual it has its own name. Negligible senescence. The Greenland shark, swimming in the deep cold waters of the Arctic, may live for over 400 years. Its growth is so slow, its metabolism so reduced, that aging seems almost suspended. Some individuals alive today were born before the founding of the United States. These animals are not immortal in the way Turritopsis dohrnii may be, but they are proof that aging is not a fixed wall, it is a dial. And evolution has turned it to wildly different settings across the animal kingdom. So where does that leave us? Humans age, visibly, relentlessly, and for most of history without any real understanding of why. We have built religions around death, philosophies, entire civilizations shaped by the knowledge that time runs out. But the science of aging has shifted dramatically in the past 2 decades, and Turritopsis dohrnii sits near the center of that shift. Researchers studying the jellyfish's genome are not just trying to understand a biological curiosity. They are trying to identify which specific genes, which molecular mechanisms are responsible for the reversion process. Because if those mechanisms can be mapped precisely enough, they become a potential template. Not for immortality, scientists are careful to say that. The gap between a 4.5mm jellyfish and a human being is vast, measured in billions of years of divergent evolution and extraordinary biological complexity. But the underlying machinery of aging, the telomere shortening, the DNA damage accumulation, the failure of cellular repair systems, that machinery is not unique to humans. It is shared across the animal kingdom, which means the solutions or partial solutions may also be shared. Some of the most promising areas of aging research today focus on senolytics, drugs that clear out damaged senescent cells that accumulate and poison surrounding tissue. On telomerase activation, on reprogramming factors, proteins that can push specialized cells back toward a stem cell-like state, similar in principle to what Turritopsis dohrnii does naturally. None of it is close to reversing human aging, but the trajectory of the research has changed. The question is no longer whether aging can be slowed. It is becoming whether aging is a fundamental law of biology or a deeply embedded habit that some animals have already learned to break. Turritopsis dohrnii does not know any of this. It drifts, it feeds on plankton and small organisms. It is eaten by other animals constantly. It is vulnerable to pollution, to temperature change, to the same forces reshaping every ocean ecosystem on the planet. Its biological immortality does not protect it from the world. It only protects it from itself. From the internal clock that ticks down inside every other complex organism and eventually reaches zero. There is something almost humbling in that. An animal that has solved the oldest biological problem in existence, floating invisible in a warming sea, tinier than your thumbnail, completely indifferent to what it represents. For millions of years, the assumption was simple. Life grows, reproduces, and ends. That is the deal. The contract every living thing signs simply by existing. Turritopsis dohrnii never signed it. And that small, almost nothing creature drifting through waters we rarely look at twice has quietly rewritten what we thought was possible. The question now is whether we were ever really listening.